Hey guys, how y'all doing today? If you've been here before, you know who I am. If this is your first time here, hi, my name's Barb, and this is Halfway to Sane. Gonna do a story today that I just don't know where some people's heads are. I don't know. I wish I knew why they did the things they did. But people are crazy. In January 2024, police found Amanda Overstreet's remains inside a freezer at her mother's house in Colorado. Authorities found her severed head and hands almost 20 years after she went missing in 2005. No arrests have been made in connection with her murder. Both her mother, Leanne Eimer, and her deceased stepfather, Bradley Eimer, had run-ins with the law throughout the years. Bradley records show that he had felony conviction in 2002, and he was arrested while driving his vehicle while high on drugs. Inside his car, according to court documents, police found 1 pound of methamphetamine, several grams of cocaine, 22 pipes, which contained white residue, 5 handguns, 2 rifles, a stolen handgun, 2 measuring scales, and numerous very small empty plastic baggies. Okay. Bradley was selling meth and involved in the drug trafficking criminal underground in Arizona. He wanted to be a thug. He wanted everybody to think he was like Al Capone. However, he managed to stay out of prison by cutting a deal with the police. He flipped. They released him and transferred his probation to Mesa County, Colorado. On top of the drug trafficking, Bradley had a collection of guns scattered around the house. The house in question was in bad condition and deemed unsanitary by Child Protective Services in 2007. On top of that, the house was also raided by a SWAT team. Because of the report of firearms from more than one person, and knowing that he had a record that didn't provide him with the ability to take the firearms into his home, they took SWAT in there. Leanne Eimer didn't go to the extent of her then husband. She was only limited to scamming her own family and stealing from them. Leanne allegedly abused the power of attorney she had over her father to steal land. She also stole thousands of dollars by forging her aunt's signature. A total of 35 acres of property was transferred by Leanne. Her father, James, would later file an affidavit years after the transfer took place. He said, "The deed was made without my permission, as it was never my intention that she should convey any of my land to herself or to her daughter under that power of attorney. I was never incapacitated at any time during the term of the power of attorney. That power of attorney has since been revoked." Nancy Gandy, Leanne's aunt, sued Leanne after she forged her signature to pay for student loans. The total amount was more than $8,000, and Nancy was not aware of this loan when it was made and never agreed to co-sign the loan or be liable for the repayment. As Leanne received the loan proceeds from such loan, it would appear that Leanne provided the unauthorized signature. A court would later award Nancy a total of $29,102.87. Bradley Eimer died in 2021, and both he and Leanne told their family that Amanda had run away to Texas. However, a real estate investor who bought Leanne's house found a severed head and hands inside a garage freezer in January of 2024. 9 months later, in October, authorities confirmed the remains were Amanda's, so they were her daughter's remains. Do you see what I mean by when I say I don't know why people do the things they do? I wonder what it's called. I'm going to have to look it up. What it's called when you kill somebody and dismember them and save parts of their body. Like, they disposed of her torso but kept the head and limbs. That's odd. I just don't understand people. I don't understand them. Anyway, Amanda, their daughter, was never reported missing, and no arrests have been made since her identity was confirmed. Former classmates of Amanda Overstreet stated there was no indication that the then 16-year-old high school student who went missing in 2005 would disappear. In January, the new owners of a home on Pinion Avenue and Grand Junction listed 4 freezers left behind by the previous owners for free on Facebook. Upon taking meat out of one of the freezers, they found the human remains, which through DNA testing were confirmed to be Amanda's. Amanda's biological mother, Leanne, previously lived at the residence where the remains were found, and despite being last seen at 16 years old, Amanda was never reported missing. Don't know why. The rest of Amanda's body has not been recovered. Ashton Knox was a high school friend of Amanda's and talked about her memories of her. She was extremely loud. This is Amanda. Amanda was extremely loud, quirky, spunky, and unapologetically herself in a way that most 15-year-old girls are not. She wasn't a loner. She was strange and quirky, but she was known. She wore really bizarre, just sarcastic, smart-ass sayings on her t-shirts. She was very unique, and Ashton said she lived across the street from Amanda, who was raised by her grandmother at the time, Nelda Overstreet, because her mom lost custody of her when she was just 3 years old, citing neglect and abuse. So, Nelda was a math teacher at the nearby Warren High School in Warren, Texas. She taught from 4th to 8th grade. Her grandmother was kind of quirky as well, but seemed very understanding. And her grandmother was very, very religious, and I don't necessarily know that Amanda fit into that world, but I don't think her grandmother chastised her or made her feel inferior or anything like that. She said, I really saw a loving grandmother raising her and never saw anything that made me uncomfortable or worried about her. Another former classmate, Rachel Valentine, said that she went to Warren High School with Amanda during the 2004-2005 school year. She had gone to school her whole life in I don't know if it's Counce, Texas or Kuntz, Texas, but she transferred to Warren. She was super bubbly, loud, and a fun girl, and you wouldn't know that she hadn't dealt with everything that she had in her life. We would sit together every day in geography class. She was a super nice girl, sweet girl, and months before Nelda Overstreet died of cancer in July 2005, Amanda went to live with her mother, Leanne, in Colorado. She said, I don't personally remember her being like, hey, I'm moving to Colorado. Was it a last-minute thing? One of the strangest components of this is that Amanda didn't make it back to Texas for her grandmother's funeral. Leanne Eimer's daughter, Elise Eimer, and son Anthony Eimer seemingly lived in the Pinion Avenue home at the time of Bradley Eimer's death. There is no mention of Amanda Overstreet on the Facebook fundraiser or Leanne Eimer's personal account. Amanda Overstreet was last seen in April 2005. The Mesa County Sheriff's Office in Colorado declined to provide any further details as the investigation remains ongoing. Ashton Knox is a moderator of the Searching for and Remembering Amanda Overstreet Facebook group, followed by Amanda's school friends Tasha Hester and Jennifer Weiler in 2017. Years went by after we graduated, and then everyone started getting on Facebook around 2015. We all started finding each other and started figuring out how everybody was doing, either directly or indirectly through each other's classmates. But every time Amanda's name came up, the answer was, oh my gosh, I don't know. I've not heard from her either. That's when it became clear that something didn't feel right. With how extremely sociable Amanda was in her quirky, very spunky way, she would have definitely utilized social media. Ashton said the Facebook group's founders started reaching out to Amanda's family members only to find strange reactions to their inquiries. As soon as those reactions were weird, they said, I think we need to do something here. We need to show Amanda that we are looking for her. Up until a week ago, we only had 57 members, and now there's like 2,000 people. However, not everyone is pleased with the online search efforts. They claim Leanne Eimer has contacted the group on an unspecified date, asking them to stop. She said, "You need to stop looking. She just ran away at a truck stop in Amarillo, Texas." They said, "Why would you do that? Your daughter is missing. Even if she did run away, wouldn't you want to know where?" Although it's been close to 2 decades since Amanda went missing, the pain is still fresh in the hearts of many community members. The community has come together to give her a voice back and try to get some sort of justice, which hasn't happened yet and not sure it will. Well, if she was living with her grandparents or her grandmother and the boyfriend of the grandmother, don't you think the grandmother should be arrested? I mean, she obviously did something. She obviously knows something. I don't know, people. Leave your thoughts down below. I'd like to hear what you have to say. If you haven't done so already, please do me a huge favor and subscribe to my channel. Hit the thumbs up button and the notification bell so you know the next time I upload a video. And next time, peace.